Oh, this is really cool, actually. This couple here has a new form of heating installed in their house, which apparently is like, well, it's futuristic, but it's also energy savings. Like they actually have, well, what's being called in this case heated wallpaper or infrared wallpaper. But essentially, it's like a different infrared works differently how you feel the heat. And since it's emanating from the walls, it actually requires a lot less energy for you to feel warm. So this couple here has replaced, they had an old radiator style heating system, and it is expensive at first. But they had heard about it and thought, oh, well, why don't we're going to be here. We own this place. Why don't we do this new style of heating? It goes in there sort of behind the drywall. It's a similar idea to like a heated floor.
Okay.
But in this case, it's infrared. And there are some images. And over time, the home heating costs would go down. And you also have a greater ability to control heat from zone to zone within a particular room.
Okay.
Because you know with a typical HVAC system and venting, and I know there's probably amazing systems that are out there, but it's not a balanced heat. You got one room is like this, one room is like that, and it's
brutal.
You got a vent that's, you should never, pretty much almost never close a vent because of the way that the system is designed. But, of course, people end up doing it because they're trying to redirect flow, and they're like, I got this cold room. And the reason you got the cold room is probably for other reasons. It's probably because it's got a bad window or it's over top the garage or whatever else.
Yeah, heat rises.
But in this case, it's very balanced and distributed, and it has to do with your wall surface area and your floor surface area. So it's kind of like you're inside of an incubator. Like you're a little baby inside of an incubator.
Nestled in there.
And this is what these units look like. I'm sure there's some kind of downside. The infrared heating strips are laid out on the floor in this case, but they also go behind the walls. And in this case, the reason he decided to do it, he wanted to be an early adopter, liked the idea of the technology stuff, and he's able to save 20% in heating. And there's an app. It's all smart connected and everything else, and you don't see it.
Yeah.
Does require a little bit of maintenance here and there. I didn't know anything about it. I don't actually even know if this is some like marketing piece for it or not. The company is called iHelios. But this is the cool part right here. The iHelios system has a film. It has a positive temperature coefficient PTC layer, which uses waves of high and low heat to maintain the optimum temperature and save on energy use. For example, the film starts by heating up to 220 watts per square meter. Once it's reached this temperature, it drops to 170 watts. It's fully controlled by a smart home app, which gives multiple possibilities with automation, such as turning down the heating for the rest of the home while heating up the room that you actually enter and you're in. This infrared stuff's been around for a long time, but they just haven't used it or installed it in this particular fashion. I assume it would be very expensive if you had a really large premises, probably. So you have to take that into consideration.
Cool.
Let me just get that last little paragraph there. Oh, never mind. Yeah, there is maintenance, but there's a 20-year warranty as well.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool.